Get over here right now, Tammy. I'm telling you. You know what will happen if you don't come quickly, right?
What's going on? This is really sudden, and I'm at work right now.
I couldn't care less about your work. My demands come first, don't they?
But I really can't leave right now. There's a situation. Is it urgent?
It's urgent to me. The living room windows are dirty. Come clean them right now. That's what a daughter-in-law is for, right?
Couldn't you ask Kai to do it? It's really difficult for me to leave work.
Excuse me? Do you think you can give orders to me? I'm the one giving orders here.
I'm not trying to give orders. It's just that right now...
What a disobedient girl. A proper daughter-in-law drops everything for her mother-in-law. Don't you forget that.
I understand, but I have responsibilities at my job. I really can't leave today.
Your job doesn't matter. Do what I say. That's your duty, isn't it?
But if the cleaning needs to be done, we could call a service or Kai could help.
It only means something if you do it. Making you do it, that's what matters. Though you probably don't understand that.
Even so, I'm really trying my best here.
Trying? If it's not an effort for me, it means nothing.
I really have been doing my best.
All talk and no action? Maybe you just don't have what it takes to be part of this family.
We're family and I can't accept being spoken to like this.
Oh, really? If we're family, then following my orders is basic, isn't it?
I've been putting up with a lot too. I've been trying my best to be dutiful, but there are limits.
If this is your limit, maybe I should go and find a new wife for Kai.
Geez, what do you mean by that? We're happily married and you shouldn't come between us.
I'm just saying, if you don't get it, I'll have to consider my options. If you don't meet my expectations, I can do without one.
Oh gosh.
Do you understand your place as a daughter-in-law? If you did, you wouldn't be acting like this. A useless girl giving birth to a girl? Just go and leave her in a baby box.
Kathy, do you even know what you are saying right now? I don't recall you ever speaking about the baby's gender before, and what you just said is outrageous.
I've told you countless times. You were supposed to give us a boy. In my family, only men are valued. Didn't you understand that?
But from early in the pregnancy, we knew it was a girl. The doctor even confirmed it. How could you expect otherwise?
Ugh, you're slow to understand. I was giving you time until the birth. I was hoping for a miracle.
And what is that supposed to mean? That isn't realistic at all, and I don't know what to say to that.
Just think. The doctor might have missed something, or maybe something could change. Haven't you ever heard of holding on to hope?
Of course, I know things like that can happen, but with a 90% certainty that it was a girl, we prepared ourselves. Kai's been thrilled too.
Oh dear, you just don't want to understand anything. This family has always had a line of sons. I myself gave birth to 3 boys. That's what being a wife in this family means.
I know you've mentioned that often, and I'm here to welcome the child we're blessed with. I can't agree with what you say.
How ridiculous! If she's Kai's child, then she should have been a boy. That's just how it's supposed to be.
But the reality is we have a daughter, and we love her as part of this family.
You cheated on Kai, didn't you? Just admit it. This must have happened because she's not his.
Oh my God! Why would you even think that? What reason could you possibly have to accuse me?
The way you've been acting? It looks like you're trying to hide some evidence of an affair. Don't think you can fool me.
How do you come up with these things? Kai would be shocked to hear this.
I'm sure he secretly doubts you too. A mother can sense these things.
That's completely untrue. He's already head over heels for her.
Do you really think that's his genuine reaction? He's probably questioning if she's truly his.
He melts whenever he sees her. Doesn't that tell you enough?
He's forcing himself. Can't you see that? Stop putting my son through this.
I've had enough. Please stop this.
What a joyless girl you are. If the baby looks anything like you, she's bound to be just as lacking in charm.
No matter what you say?
So, you're going to ignore me, are you? Refusing to follow my orders? Unbelievable.
What are you talking about now? You're confusing me.
I told you earlier. Have you already forgotten? I clearly said, go leave that girl in a baby box. We don't want a girl in this family.
Are you seriously saying that? Even if it were a joke, it's far too much. It's honestly unbelievable and incredibly inappropriate.
What did you say? Are you a mere daughter-in-law talking back to me? You really have no manners, do you?
Even I have my limits. I'm speaking up because what you're saying is so out of line.
I'm simply stating the truth. You're the shameless one here, acting so calm with a child that isn't even Kai's. I don't even want to look at that baby.
I don't want to continue this conversation. It's only my second day after giving birth. I'm not fully recovered and you were just making me feel worse.
Why should I care about your health when all you did was give birth to a girl? A daughter-in-law must obey her mother-in-law without question. That's what's expected of you. Get it in your head already. When I tell you something, it's final. Your job is to do exactly as I say. Got it?
I'm Tammy, 27 years old. I lost both of my parents in an accident during college, leaving me all alone in the world. But when I started working, I met Kai, who was 2 years older than me, in the office, and we got married after a few years of dating. He has 2 younger brothers who are still living at home. We've rented an apartment near them to start our own life. In our 3rd year of marriage, we found out we were expecting. Of course, we were thrilled, but from the moment I told my mother-in-law Kathy the news, she was adamant that I had to give birth to a boy. She constantly bragged about having had 3 sons and claimed that producing a male heir was my duty, but Kai and I mostly just ignored her. I never imagined she would go to such extreme lengths.
Just giving you a heads up since I'm sure you've got plans. Really, we don't need a daughter-in-law who won't listen to me. I mean, what good are you to me? You have nowhere to come back to now.
What now?
I went ahead and submitted a petition for divorce for you. Now Kai can start fresh.
What are you even saying? What petition for divorce?
Didn't you hear me? A useless girl who gives birth to a girl is of no use to this family. It's best if you just leave.
I'm sorry, but I don't understand what you mean. What makes you think you can decide something like that on your own?
Oh dear, you really are dense, aren't you? I went to the trouble of submitting the petition for you myself. A good daughter-in-law would be smart enough to understand that much.
Wait, are you saying you submitted a petition for divorce for Kai and me? Seriously?
Of course. I'll find him a new wife. One who can fulfill her role by giving him a son.
But I never signed any papers. You couldn't possibly have done that without my knowledge.
I took care of the paperwork. Whatever you say now won't change a thing.
Oh my God. Are you saying you forged my signature? How could you do something like that?
You gave birth to a girl and failed in your role as a wife, so you're nothing but a parasite here. A divorce is only fitting.
I work, so I'm hardly a parasite. I make my own income.
How much could you possibly make? Don't act so high and mighty over a little paycheck.
Then what does it make you, living a life of luxury without working? If I'm a parasite, what would you call someone who doesn't earn anything but still spends freely?
Are you implying that being a stay-at-home wife is something to look down on? Such nerve for a dense girl.
That's not what I'm saying. But I don't appreciate being called a parasite when I'm managing both work and family. It feels unfair that someone living a life of indulgence gets to say whatever they want without lifting a finger.
I gave birth to 3 sons. I fulfilled my role as a wife, and I have every right to enjoy a life of luxury now. Understand? My position is very different from yours.
The house is piled high with your luxury brands, and Kai mentioned that even Heath found it troublesome.
Oh, I'm sure he loves that I keep myself looking beautiful.
If you say so.
Well, maybe he resents it a little, seeing me stay young while he ages into an old man.
I wouldn't say that. He's still quite youthful himself.
What? Are you eyeing my husband now?
Please stop with the ridiculous accusation.
Fine. None of that matters anymore. You're no longer part of this family. Let's get that straight.
I seriously doubt Kai would ever agree to a divorce. And if those papers really have been submitted, I'm sure it's your doing, isn't it? I'm afraid to ask, but...
Oh, of course, I did it. What's wrong with a mother signing on behalf of her son? As his wife, you should be smart enough to understand that.
Do you really think he'd stay silent about you doing something like that? He despises people meddling in our relationship, and he'd be furious about you overstepping like this.
You've got him completely fooled. He sides with you on everything and ignores my opinions. That's exactly why I had no choice but to get rid of you myself.
I can't believe you'd go to these lengths. Why do you hate me so much?
Because you gave birth to a girl, and it's probably not even Kai's. She must be some love child. Given time, he'll realize it. He'll see that I was right all along and will agree to divorce you.
That's absurd. He adores our daughter, and whether you like it or not, this is a matter between us.
You've been a thorn in my side from the start.
I had no idea you felt that way. Is there something specific I've done to upset you?
Plenty. For instance, Kai's always telling me not to interfere with you or to stop giving you orders. He used to be so agreeable, but now he's wrapped around your finger.
That's because you constantly make demands, like expecting me to clean your house on my days off, or calling me a failed wife if he helps with household chores. We both work, and we agreed to share responsibilities.
How arrogant! I'm simply fulfilling my role as his mother. You're the reason he's now doing chores. Something utterly unthinkable. But at last, I can get you out of the family and I'm relieved.
Wait, did you really submit a petition for divorce? Surely that's illegal.
You're really getting on my nerves. Stop repeating yourself. There's no mistake in what I did. Just accept it.
I can't believe anyone would actually do something like that.
You and that newborn can go wherever you want.
I'll speak with Kai now.
Oh, right. You have no parents, so nowhere to return to. Maybe you and that baby can make it out there homeless together. Bye.
So it was true.
About what?
The petition for divorce. I was not supposed to leave the hospital, but I insisted and went down to the courthouse to confirm it.
You actually went all the way there? How diligent! But really, you didn't have to go to all that trouble. as if I'd ever lie about something like that. How audacious of you to doubt me.
Kathy, do you truly believe this is acceptable? Submitting someone else's divorce papers is illegal. And as a family, it's an absolutely unforgivable betrayal.
Oh, listen to you, talking all high and mighty. Do you even realize who you're talking to? A daughter-in-law like you has no humility. It's no wonder Kai has left you. A daughter-in-law who won't listen to me deserves to be thrown out. There's no place for you in this family.
Kai hasn't left me, and our relationship is something we've built together. It's not for you to decide.
No, you who keep refusing to listen to me have no place in this family. Before he has the chance to throw you out, I've done it for him. You should be grateful for my mercy. I'll throw you out instead. Yeah, right. What are you talking about? Have you gone mad? I should have divorced you ages ago. Watching you do something so despicable, without even a hint of shame, just makes me realize it even more. What's that supposed to mean? What nonsense are you talking about? You're out of your mind to be criticizing me. Are you her lover or something? Isn't that why you're trying to shame me? Don't be ridiculous. Do you really not understand what I'm saying? It seems like you have no grasp of your position at all. There we have it. So she does have another man, and that's why you're taking her side. I never expected you to have such a base and lowly perspective. The fact that you're my wife fills me with nothing but shame. Wait, is it really you? You're joking, right? This can't be happening. Well, it seems you've finally figured it out. It's humiliating for me to have to say it, but the truth is, I'm ashamed of you. No way. This can't be true. I was just chatting with Tammy. So how could you be involved in this? I'm at the hospital right now. I borrowed her phone to see how you'd react, but I couldn't stomach the hateful things you were saying any longer. It only proves how horrible you've been. Wait, you're really at the hospital? You went all the way just to see the baby? That's right. I wanted to see my granddaughter's face, and today I finally came to do it. No matter what you say, I'm thrilled to have a granddaughter. What? You went out of your way even though it's a girl? I don't understand this at all. Then Kai called me. He was in a meeting and couldn't leave right away, so I went to the courthouse myself. Stop making up these lies, pretending to be my husband to trick me. It's pointless. He wouldn't want to see a baby girl's face anyway. Are you still saying that? Get a grip already. Enough. Drop the lousy act. Do you think I'm falling for this charade? Don't underestimate me. Fine. If you're set on not believing, so be it. But answer me this. Is your back pain all better now? What are you talking about? Yesterday, you said your back was in pain and stayed in bed all day, leaving all the housework. But then you went shopping as if nothing had happened. Wait, how do you know about that? Lately, you've been making excuses to avoid household chores, only to spend your time shopping. Last night, you kept complaining that the skirt you ordered online didn't match your expectations. I don't know what's got you so concerned, but your behavior is just unbelievable. I did wonder how Tammy knew all that, but you too? I'm utterly disappointed in you. At your age, behaving so foolishly over and over again. But you wanted a boy too, didn't you? I was only saying what you really felt. I never once said that. Boy or girl, it doesn't matter. They're still my grandchild. You're the one forcing your own assumptions on everyone else. But isn't our family all boys? That's why I did everything I could to give you sons. I just want you to understand that. Maybe that was the case in the past, But it doesn't matter now. I believe the gender of a child doesn't change the value of their life. So, you're saying I was wrong all along? When I heard Kai had a daughter, I was so thrilled I could have jumped for joy.
No, I didn't know you felt that way.
Boy or girl, it doesn't change the fact that she's my precious grandchild. In fact, because the family's been all boys, I'm happy to have a girl join us.
No, this can't be. I was the only one wrong.
Of course I love my sons, and I'm grateful to you for giving them to me. You're their mother, and because of that, I've endured a lot until now.
What are you talking about?
Your excessive spending. No matter how often I've asked you, you wouldn't stop. You've even gone through our kids' savings to buy bag after bag, clothes, and makeup you didn't need.
I have the right to do that.
My salary isn't endless. Because of you, our finances have always been strained.
A wife has to look good for her husband, and our sons would rather have a mom who looks beautiful all the time.
So you think it's okay to prioritize your own things over the kids? And now, after everything you've done, there's no way out of this.
I did what was right.
Your selfish attitude. I've had enough. I should have ended things with you a long time ago, and I regret not doing it sooner.
What? What are you saying?
Are you really planning to leave me?
I've taken care of my family in my own way all these years, and now you're saying this?
I already told you. I'm throwing you out. After everything you did to ruin your son's family, you deserve to face the consequences.
This has to be a joke. You can't just announce something this serious over a chat. It's unbelievable. You must be mistaken.
Our other sons would eventually marry and start their own families. If you keep acting as irrationally as you have and tormenting their wives, it's no wonder they'd consider leaving. I won't let our sons endure that kind of suffering.
Please don't say that. Why are you blaming me like this?
I'm not blaming. It's the truth. We don't need someone like you in our lives anymore. Honestly, I don't even want to look at you. I don't think you're capable of changing.
I don't want a divorce. I'm happy with my life the way it is, and I can't imagine being without you. How am I supposed to survive? I've been a housewife all my life, and now you expect me to work? That's impossible.
First, you forged your son's divorce papers. But when it's your turn, suddenly you don't want it. How convenient. Do you really think that kind of selfish reasoning is going to work? There are, of course, consequences for what you've done.
But this is different. I had my reasons. Can't you at least try to understand that?
No, you went too far. You're facing the consequences of your actions now. I won't let this go on any longer. Be ready to take responsibility.
Tammy, you're there, right? Please, you have to help me. I know you understand how desperate I am. If this goes on, he's really going to leave me. You're the only one I can count on. Please, talk him out of it. I refuse. I have no intention of helping you. And after everything that's happened, I don't see any reason to. Is this really you, Tammy? I can't believe it. You used to be so quiet and sweet. Yes, it's me. But I have absolutely no reason to be on your side now. Please, be on my side. We may have had our differences, but you're part of this family now, so as a family, you should be helping me. Why would I want to help someone who told me to abandon my own child and who went as far as to forge our divorce papers? I can't even begin to understand how you'd expect me to be on your side. Don't be so cold. It's not like we had such a bad relationship, right? We're family, so it's only natural to help each other out. Well, if that's how you see it, I don't really recall many times when we got along. You hardly treated me with respect.
But you're still my son's dear wife. Since you're my precious son's wife, couldn't you at least show me a little more kindness?
After all you've done, I don't see any reason to respond to that. And by the way, Kai is furious. He heard from Heath that you did submit the divorce papers on our behalf, and now he's looking into the process to have them canceled.
If it can be undone, then so be it. Once it's resolved, we can just let bygones be bygones.
Even if it was a fraudulent filing, once it's accepted, we need to go through a legal process to have it voided. So tell me, how do you plan to take responsibility for that?
Oh, it's just some legal procedure. What's the harm in doing that for me? You wouldn't be punished for it.
Kai plans to file a police report. He feels that's the most fitting response given your actions.
What did you say? Police report? Is he really planning to go that far?
This is a serious matter and meets the legal criteria for document forgery, which is a significant criminal offense. Do you understand the severity of what you've done?
Oh, stop exaggerating. It's just a small misunderstanding, right? And we're family, so there's no need to be so strict about it.
Heath agrees with us on this. Whether you're family or not, everyone must take responsibility for their actions. That's our shared stance.
Wait! Taking legal action against your family member is going too far, don't you think? You're really going to be that cold?
Kai has said he no longer considers you his mother. We've made the decision to cut ties with you completely over this. No matter how much you plead, our minds are set.
No! You're joking, right? You're really going to destroy my family bond over this?
That's our answer. We have nothing more to do with you, and from now on, we won't be seeing you again. To us, you're a part of the past.
Please, don't say that. We're both women. Surely we can understand each other despite a few differences, right? Let's try to start fresh.
There's nothing left to discuss. I'm ending this chat. Take care.
Wait! You're my last hope. Let's put everything behind us and start over. I'll reflect on everything and apologize. I truly regret it. Please, help me. Don't leave me all alone.
Kathy was served with divorce papers. At first, she tearfully clung to Heath, pleading for forgiveness, but he remained unmoved, simply giving her a cold stare and showing no mercy. Realizing his determination wouldn't waver, she finally gave up and left the house. Adding to her troubles with Kai filing charges, she was convicted of offenses, including identity theft and forgery of private documents, receiving a sentence of 1 year in prison with 3 years of probation. At the trial, she was reported to have tearfully begged forgiveness from Kai and the other sons, but none of them would meet her gaze. In the divorce settlement, Heath presented detailed records of her lavish spending, resulting in her leaving without a single cent of the family assets. Those days of splurging on luxury items felt like a distant illusion as she walked away penniless. With no financial support, she soon struggled to make ends meet and eventually resorted to shoplifting. It started with small items, but after repeated incidents and ignoring the risk of getting caught, she was finally arrested, leading to a prison sentence. Now, everything she once counted on, the family bonds and support system she believed in, is gone. Meanwhile, I'm busy with my first experience in motherhood. Kai, Heath, and brothers-in-law all adore our daughter, showering her with love and affection. With this warmth around us, I'm determined to raise her to be kind and strong, cherishing the love our family shares.
Thank you for watching. Please rate the video and subscribe to our channel. See you in the next video.